Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Blanka Tacer. I am the host of December session of the Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. Welcome, everybody, in this Christmas spirit. I hope you already managed to prepare some cookies, some cakes for the upcoming holidays. So, yeah. And I'm also very happy that despite the Christmas mood, you also take your time for professional development. Let's see what is there for us today. We have 4 presentations that will be with us today for ladies. With the first presentation, we will listen about visual arts in communication and education. Marija Purgar from Croatia will present her experience. And then we will follow with the role of museum education in kindergartens. Anna from Greece will be with us. We continue with a magazine of the school, a laboratory of good practices by Raluca from Romania. And we conclude with a presentation on Shall We Play a Game? Danijela from Croatia will be with us. Welcome, everybody. Presentations are already available in the Facebook group Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. Yeah, so you can go there and download them and follow them easier. As you know, the Pan-European Conference on Digital Education is a monthly event, and that's why we are always looking for presenters. If you see yourselves in one of these topics that are now on the screen, please do present, be on stage and present your teaching case with colleagues from all around Europe. All right, so now I will call the presenters so that we meet them, so who they are. The first presenter with us is Marija Purgar. Hello, welcome.
Hello, dobar dan.
And dobar dan. For beginning, I would just like to ask you to tell a sentence or two about yourself.
So my name is Marija Purgar. I'm a Croatian language and literature teacher and a librarian. Mm-hmm. And I work as a school librarian at the Grigor Vitez primary school in Osijek in Croatia, east part of Croatia. So basically my passion and my focus, professional and private, is promoting reading. Of course, working in primary school, I'm promoting, I'm, advocating importance of the reading from early ages. We are cooperating. We have very good project promoting reading. We have with kindergarten in next to our school. So my focus is promoting reading, integrating web tools into creative process. So therefore, we are using, a lot of digital networks and technology in our school library, and also promoting digital media and information literacy. Mm-hmm. Also, I'm trying to make a school library as a lively center of our school, and also to emphasize the value of the school library as a support, powerful support in learning and the teaching.
Oh, very good. Thank you. So I'm looking forward. You will be the first presenter,
Thank you.
and looking forward for that. But first, we just meet also the other threes that are with us. So Anna, welcome. Also,
Thank
yeah,
you. Thank you very
we
much.
would
It
like
is
to
my
know a
pleasure
little
and
bit about you. Yeah.
a big honor to be here. Thank you very much. And nice to meet other peers from other countries. And I'm glad because I'm lucky to watch their presentations too. So I'm principal, I'm kindergarten teacher, of course. I'm principal of my school, Rizario Kindergarten, located in the center of Greece. I'm also science ambassador and global ambassador, awarded ambassador twice. Expert in Erasmus projects and e-twinning projects. And I'm also e-twinning coach and international speaker and teacher's trainer. In my school, any kind of innovation have been integrated with very good result from since 2018. And we have integration of ICT, of STEAM, or robotics from 2000. We
Yes.
integrate outdoor activities because we like, in combination with education activities, because we like to give another opportunity for learning to our students. We like to learn outside, not in the school, into the classroom. So we organize all these activities, many activities every year. And we found out that our children can learn more and to take good learning through these activities. So we apply this also in our school. And you see my presentation have title the role of museum education in kindergartens, because also we have integrated also museum education, environment education, Olympics education also, because Olympic Games came from Greece, and health education. And we try to offer to our students quality education. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Looking forward to your presentation about museums in kindergarten. And now we go to Romania. Raluca, welcome. And, can you just for the beginning say a few words about yourself, and then we will later
Yes.
listen to your presentation. Yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Nice to see you. First of all, I would like to apologize if my English is not so good. But I really wanted to present my students' work in the school magazines. My name is Raluca Narcisa Covaci. I am a teacher at Anghel Saligny Banloc Middle School and Livezile Middle School, rural area, Timiș County, Romania. I am involved in various projects in which I participate with my students, with mind and soul, like I like to say, and which represent a reason of pride for me and for the schools where I work. In addition to the two school magazines, Conde Balnogene Pagini de Suflet, I am involved in various activities, reading clubs, French language circle activities initiated on the occasion of the Francophonie Month, poetry recitation. I don't know. I love very much children and I love very much teaching. And
Thank you. And your English is very well, as I hear. So don't worry.
I'm afraid. I am a little afraid. I am a French teacher. And that's why I'm not so.
This only means that you have higher standards for languages, but we understand
yes.
you perfectly. So very welcome here. And Danijela. Danijela, welcome.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Also, a few words about you.
Okay, I'm Danijela from Croatia as well as Marija, and I'm an English teacher. I work in a school with 580 students, and my city is a small city near the capital, Zagreb. It's only 60 kilometers from Zagreb, and because of this, we try to be as much as we can more than in education. Because we try to follow the modern waves of education. And with this thought, we applied for some Erasmus project, and our school had participated in 5 of them. They were different. One is for teachers, the other is for young students. Then we had 2 for students in our school, K2 to 9, and one of them will be presented today. I will try to present Erasmus project as a fantastic way to practice students' skills, language skills, English speaking skills, and everything else. Not just language skills. They practiced digital skills and some other skills as well. So I will try to show it with today's presentation to everybody who will be here with us.
Yeah, there are already 246 participants
Oh my God.
with us. No pressure, dear teachers, no pressure. We will start now with the first presentation. So thank you very much. So the first presentation will be visual arts in communication and education. Marija, welcome. You can just, start with your case, and the slides are here.
Yes, thank you very much. Today I will present the topic visual arts in communication and education. This is the part of the education that my colleague and me are having as a part of the teacher training for our teacher colleagues and the librarians. So some images and the results will be shown from those teachings. First of all, I would like to explain what kind of visual arts we were dealing and we think of. So visual arts in education and communication actually refers to the integration of the various artistic elements such as drawing, paintings, sculptures, photography, digital media. And they all have the purpose of enhancing the process of conveying information and facilitating learning. Also, in the realm of communication, those visual arts serve as a powerful means to communicate complex ideas, emotions, and messages. In that field, this is the communicate field, but in educational context, visual arts are employed to enrich the learning environment by providing different and immersive avenues for students to explore and understand the various school subjects. This, of course, includes integrating visual elements into teaching materials, using art to stimulate critical thinking, or encouraging creative expression to enhance the comprehension. Therefore, the visual arts encompass a broad spectrum of artistic expressions that primarily rely on visual elements in order to convey ideas, emotion, and aesthetic concepts. This category of arts includes not only traditional forms, such as we said, painting, drawing, sculpture, and printmaking, but as well as contemporary and digital mediums like photography, graphic designs, video art, and installation arts. So in essence, the visual arts serve as a means of communication, a mode of personal and cultural expression, and as a vehicle for exploring the complexity of the visual world. In that context, we will talk about visual identity today, and also visual identity of the school, the visual identity of the teacher and the pupils, and how we will show the few activities that we held together with our colleagues. So when we talk about visual identity, we talk about actually, we refer to the consistent and distinctive visual elements that represents and define the image of an individual or organization or certain brand or entity. So therefore, it encompasses a whole set of visual components. For example, logos or color schemes, typography, images, design principles, and so on. Everything with the purpose to convey unique and recognizable image. So it is the first impression and recognition of the brand, and it gives the clear communications. So therefore, the consistency in visual elements are very, very important, as same as on websites or in marketing materials or in social medias. It is important to maintain the strong and the cohesive and recognizable visual identity. For example, in our logo, the logo is actually the central visual element, right? Often incorporates the symbols, the colors, the typography that are distinctive to the certain institution. So logo is the primarily identifier and the prominently feature on various materials. So when we talk about the visual identity of the school, it encompasses the visual elements and designs competent that collectively represents the certain school's brand, its values, its culture, its mission, and the vision. So therefore, the key elements of the school visual identity that answer these three questions: who we are, what do we stand for, what is our mission and visions, include, as we said, the logo and colors, typography, imaginary branding elements, uniforms, and facilities, communication materials such as brochures and banners and so on. Therefore, the one of first activities that we have for our teacher in teacher training was creating personal logos. So these are examples, how like the well-defined and consistently applied visual identity actually fosters the sense of community in school, professionalism, and it creates the pride within the school. So therefore, the positive and recognizable image that school has resonates with teacher, pupils, parents, staff, and broader community. So in these activities, the teachers were making their own personal logo by drawing, as you can see on the right bottom corner, or using the choice of the web applications that we provide for them for creating their own logo. The goal was like to emphasize the physical and internal character peculiarities, also to emphasize the superpowers, so not the weakness but the strengths, and maybe to show the life motto of our messages. The next activities that we were enrolling and trying to explain is the power of the selfies. The selfies are, the great great, how do you say, visual identity that it is today's for millennials the means of the great communications, and it is the contemporary art and the self-representation in the age of social media. So the self-image from portrait from the Albert Dürer 16th century progressed until today, and it is still very important as then. So the self-image became a decisive factor in the globally networked modern digital life and world. And the society of consumerism and materialism that we are living today has been defined very well by philosopher and sociologist Zygmunt Bauman, who actually characterized our era as the age of liquid modernity, where the flow of the people, ideals, goods, services must be in constant motion. So therefore, this speed or the transience and the vanity of digital consumerism has given a broader number of people the opportunity and to use it for the meaningful and positive projects. So therefore, we can witness the emergence of many individuals such as artists, poets, writers, intellectuals who really express their views on reality using, this kind of means in social medias. So when somebody takes the selfie and shares on social media, it seems that person says, here is my picture, click please click like to me. So this shows in a way the need or the essential desire for the recognition for others. So if we talk about mythology, it is more like Achilles moment. It means the weak moment, not the narcissist one. So Achilles is seeking approval. He is seeking the liking, acknowledgement and the celebration for others. So in that way, the desire to be recognized, loved, celebrated, it is the need that it is very much present in today 21st centuries. But also, maybe the 21st century can bring not only this kind of desire for the recognition, but also that can be the century of self-discovery, this discovery of our original self. So who we are. So by showing, our selfies, maybe we wish to show, here I am, look at me, experience me, tell me you like me because I exist, simply because I exist, I'm here, I am a person. So we hope that really from this phase of asking for the validation from others, we can all move to the next phase that follows, turning this world into ourselves, getting to know ourselves better, and finally accepting ourselves as we are. I hope that the time ahead can bring such a recognition. So therefore, in that context, together with our pupils and also the teachers, we are exploring the roles of the pop-up museums. So the pop-up museums, in essence, are the selfie museums. Yeah, those are the museums that can spring up completely. They are springing up in unexpected and unconventional conventional locations, as the name suggests, like Happy Palace, Selfie Museum, Color Factory, Museum of Ice Cream. So they are open for a certain period, after which they close or people lose interest. So in pop-up museum, valuable works of art are not exhibited. Actually, those objects or the installation or themed room are designed for taking selfies and sharing these photos of the internet. So in those museums, everything is very colorful, glittery, crazy, photogenic, and of course, fun. So therefore, the second activity for our teacher was introducing them to the online platform, Google Art and Culture, that formerly was Google Art Project. This online platform allows users, especially students and teachers, to explore the real world collections, like online exhibitions, cultural artifacts from over 2,000 museums and galleries that are partnered. So utilizing the Google Art and Culture app, we try to encourage our pupils and our students to virtually tour the museum, and also to perform these activities by making their own selfie, and then creating personal art selfie by searching thousands and thousands of artwork to find the best or the highest possible match. As you can see, from 60% on, they found the match with the famous artworks. The third activities was creating the personal QR code. We introduced this one of the free QR code makers, QR code Fox. You know that this is the very, very convenient way to store and access the data for computer to read. So instead of having only black and white squares in a grid, in this application, it is possible to create your own personal QR code by putting some keywords, nature or writing or the animals, as you can see, that can represent and show your, uniqueness. So this was great fun to do. The fourth activities is the activities connected to the memes. This is the cultural items that was spread via internet, and often through social media platforms. And people use it actually to communicate all kinds of topics and themes. Social event, environment, and so on. It is short, it is fast, it is visual, it is very, very powerful tool for communication, and millennials are using it for today's way of expressing themselves. One very important part of the memes are, of course, the humor, like humorous text, GIF formats, shorter videos that are very accessible to everyone, and everyone can create and change them. Everyone can define their own feelings and perceive the world around them and show us. So the activity was like to make their own memes about teachers, about professional associates, and paste it on the Padlet. So for all those activities that we mentioned, we created, the Padlet, the application in which they could paste their artworks and their creative visual arts. So these are the ones that they did it. They are, of course, on Croatian, because they could, some of them, some not, because they can, as you can see, moderate them. The next activity in creating visual identity or visual arts in education that we have done with the teacher, but also with the children, is the presenting yourself in the video in Flip application. So Flip app is one of the free video discussion application that is very effective in the classroom. And especially we use it for the presenting and celebrating the month of October. As you know, the month of October is the International School Library Month that celebrates the importance of the school libraries in the school system. And this year topics, October 2023, was the school library, my happy place where creativity and learning arise from day to day. So these are some of the images that our pupils created. They can choose, all different kinds of backgrounds and the visual elements, and that became very interesting, very creative. We were really happy that we could, in our creative process, always use also the digital web outlets. So in conclusion, I would like to emphasize that the integration of visual arts in communication in education emerges as a powerful catalyst for meaningful engagement and effective learning. So visual arts serve as a universal language that also transcends cultural barriers in allowing individuals to express and connect, comprehend on profound level. And through this presentation, we have explored how visual elements enhance communication, stimulate creativity, and foster a dynamic and educational environment. So the versatility of visual arts extend beyond aesthetics. It plays a pivotal role in promoting critical thinking, problem solving, emotional intelligence. By incorporating visual arts into educational practices, we empower ourselves as learners to explore our unique perspectives and cultivate a deeper understanding of the world around us. So as we navigate the evolving landscape of communication and education, it is evident that the visual arts offer a multidimensional approach to conveying information, sparking curiosity, or just nurturing a holistic learning experience. So therefore, let us continue to embrace the transformative potential of visual arts, recognizing their capacity to inspire, educate, and create a more interconnected and vibrant world. So thank you very much for your attention. That's all what I would like to share today with you, as I have very limited time of 15 minutes. I'm very welcome for your comments or questions or sharing together. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It was an excellent presentation with full of information and experience from your daily life. We have one question, and that is, so Claudia is interested to know, what do you think about the messages of peace and images, nowadays, if we include them into all the visual art with students?
Absolutely. Like the visual media is very powerful, and every message in text or image, every message that we want to convey to others in text or message has explicit meaning, but also many submissive meaning. So it is important, I think, that we can build the peaceful and unify our surrounding. And I feel we as a teacher, by our example, by living such a life, should teach our children to be peacemaker and unifier. Any means possible, and use, of course, our education platforms to do it.
Yeah, thank you very much, Marija, for wonderful presentation. Another question is for me, actually, and the question was, so where do we sign for the certificate of attendance? In the video description down below, you have a link in which you can put your name, surname, and email address. Then the app automatically creates you a certificate of attendance. The link is valid for 24 hours. So if you don't manage to do it like now, when you watch the conference, you can do it also later. Okay, once again, in video description, you find the link. Okay, we move on. Anna, welcome. So Anna will present us her experience with museums, the role of museums in kindergartens.
Thank you very much. It is my honor to be here. And thank you for the opportunity again. This is something that we implement when we have an Erasmus project, My Culture, Your Culture, Our Culture, a very nice project with 6 countries around of Europe. And this is one of results of our project in my school, of this project. The title is The Role of Museum Education in Kindergartens, and we will show what find out through this. So this is my school profile. Is one of e-twinning schools, the first e-twinning schools of Europe, expert STEAM school, Code Week school, Silver Safety school, Global Silver school, ambassador for 76 Gs, certified sustainable school, and awarded winning twice in Bravo Schools competition and Education Leader Awards of Greece. Please, next. Thank you. So, museum education is an educational process which develops skills that cultivated in the museum environment and contributes to the development of critical skills and the creation of tomorrow's active citizen. Museum education contributes to the primary goal of education, which is the all-side development of students through the cultivation of multiple forms of knowledge, attitudes, and skills required in 21st century society. The museum are important educational environments that offers a considerable learning potential and global approach to knowledge. Next, please. And what are the aims of museum education? We find out that important aims are the understanding the concepts of culture and history, conduct, highlighting and preserving of cultural heritage, understanding of the interaction between past, present, and future, acquiring critical ability, acquiring attitudes, values, and behaviors, cultivation of cultural and historical consciousness. The role of museum education is museum education contributes to the opening of the school to society and to the active action of students in the museum and cultural spaces, cultivates to the maximum the goals of the school as well as children and teachers' culture for respect of our cultural heritage, offers creative utilization of the archaeological sites, museums, and monuments of its region, helps young students to understand the historical values of objects, respect and understand better the culture of other nations. Next, please. Thank you. Museum education aims to explain educational value of cultural material with alternative forms of communication and learning. It defines the designing, implementation, and evaluation of educational programs which encourage students and social groups to approach, understand, and use creatively cultural spaces. Museums as source of knowledge and research contribute to the production of knowledge with innovative educational actions that aim to develop motivation and lead to the promotion of learning, overturning the traditional structures of education. The educational actions of the modern museum nowadays, include activities inside and outside of museum space, such for example, exhibitions, educational programs, lectures, guided tours, or even plays and dramatizations. Here is some pictures from Archaeological Museum and Museum of Art. Thank you. Next, please. The museum is an important tool in preschool education because it invites children to new learning experience through a new learning environment, activating their curiosity and interest in their objects and collections that offer multiple readings through experiential learning. Museums offer a dynamic opportunity to expose children to experience and explore new things in a rich educational environment. Museums are the witnesses of the past, which can offer to children a lot of information, and by receiving their message, they will be able to respect and protect cultural heritage. A visit to the museum contributes without any doubt to the understanding of children's interest in issues relating to cultural heritage, lifestyle of past, and every kind of art. Next, please. Thank you. And a museum as educational environment, exploring museums helps students to process of acquiring knowledge and to express thoughts and emotions that can lead to multifaceted learning. Exploring museums give to young children the ability to development of critical thinking skills and lifelong learning skills, because learning is not limited to the classroom. Collections exhibited in museums provide young children with a tragic connection with time, places, events, or people, and allow them to experience the evolution of human history and cultural heritage. A visit to the museum cannot be separated from a first cognitive moment that must begin in the classroom with preparatory activities aimed at the formation of diagnostic evaluation. And we would also invite experts in our school, or we can have with them a virtual meeting or a virtual visit to the museum in order to have more information about the museum that we want to visit. Into the museum, students will work, of course, with educational programs. The autonomy of each program leaves the museum gate open for many visits with different goals, allows research, study, collaboration, and contributes to the formation of a pleasant experience. And you can see here, we visited with my students Natural Museum of History and Museum of Mushrooms. And then we have an education program here. Next slide, please. And here we have an educational program outside of the museum, in the environment around the museum. So we have the opportunity to see in reality what we see in the museum before. Next slide, please. Thank you. So here is another visit in a folklore museum. So we planned a visit to a folklore museum, and before the museum visit, we have some answers like what is a museum, questions, and we have to give answers to them. What kind is the museum that we are going to visit, what we are going to do in this museum, what do you know about this subject, and we can make lot of questions about this and relating to what children want. Of course, it is very important the role of teachers in raising students' interest, expectation, and motivations regarding to the training experience they will perform. Next, please. Thank you. So here you can see a pictures from a museum that we created in our school, in my class, and we found out that museums are indicators of the social and economical level of a particular season, and can be therefore the subject of study and research for students of all ages. Museum can offer, especially to young students, the opportunity to know the economic and social conditions of the season, and to identify the change that have taken place through the passing of time. Next, please. Thank you. And after the visit to the museum, we have other questions, and you have to give answers. What have you liked the most in the museum? Why? And also you can make another questionnaire, and we will call our students to answer to them. And you can see here, after one of young children make some one painting here with three paintings. Here is a portrait, and here is a mother with a child, and here is a ship in the sea. After visit, we will prepare children's assessment file that will contain group work, the paintings they made during their visit to the museum and during their activities in the classroom before, photos or other material that resulted from their involvement in the realization of the subject. Children can share also their experiences and the knowledge they have gained with their parents and their peers, and maybe if you have this visit with other students of other schools, we can share our opinions and new ideas with them. Next, please. In a corner of our school also, we can create a museum with exhibits that people used in the past, and it could be a reason for more discussion and observation. A presentation could be created, and we could organize an exhibition where parents will be invited in order to visit and see the collection of pictures and other materials. It could be also presented theatrical plays on the subject or of life in the past and occupation of the past, for example, clothes, decoration of home, customs, etc. Parental involvement plays an important role in the successful assessment and enhance the relationship with their children. Thus, the evaluation of the educational project will be more effective. And here you can see a visit to the Folklore Museum of our city with my students. After they watch and learn about all these things, exhibits that there are in the museum. Next, please. Thank you. We learn about the use of all these exhibits because there are things that people used in the past. Next, please. And we're learning the way of life in the past through old pictures. Next, please. And about traditional costumes of Thessaly region, you can see before and now. And we learn how we can make this traditional costume. There are also some shops like this in our city. Thank you. And next, please. And we make a traditional Greek house in a corner of our class, into our class. And you can see we decorate with the things that parents and grandmothers bring to our school. Next, please. We have strong cooperation with parents and grandmothers. And one day per week, we call them, and they talk about the past in the children, because we have motivation, this corner, this museum that we have created in our school. Next, please. Sometimes we have, usually at the end of school year, we have a representation of way of life in the past, and parents come dressing with traditional costumes, and they present how we make bread, how we take water from, I don't know, some like this customs. And here we learn about the profession in the past and compare these professions with professions that now are exist. Next, please. And here is from our visit to Archaeological Museum, is a virtual visit this, And the children learn to make Greek ancient vases. Next, please. But also we have a lot of open-air museums and cultural heritage monuments in our area, so it's a big opportunity for us to visit them and to learn about this heritage, because it belongs to us, and we are very proud. Every nation are very proud for their culture. Museums of our region is some of these, and one, the last one here, is from prehistorical period. Next, please. And now, conclusions and benefits. Museums education can expand children's intellectual horizons, receiving stimuli, use their imagination, play, participate in dramatization, and test the information by their own, since the essential learning takes place only when the teaching is done in such a way that allows children to discover the knowledge by themselves. The importance of museum education is to cultivate to the maximum the goals of the school and allow students to experience the evolution of human history and cultural heritage. If we realize the educational and spiritual benefits that come from the contact between children and the museum, and by extension their direct and continuous contact with civilization and culture, then we will be able to realize that only if we invest in spiritual development will we product healthy personalities. And the last one, please. Thank you. Museum education contributes to intellectual education, since it enables all of us to respect and appreciate the richness of other cultures. Relating researches show that even the weakest students are encouraged to participate due to the upset of pressures of grades or high performance. Today, the museums implements new policies and practices with the main goal of enhancing the learning process in its exhibition spaces, with the philosophy of educational utilization of its collection. It is very important to bring the child into contact with the museums and archaeological sites from infancy, because the museum gives other choices for learning to the young children, creating more interesting learning environment, and that makes the lesson more attractive and more interesting for them. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. It was such a rich presentation, and you make it so, you involve everyone. I love the part with grandparents and with parents and all the connection then with the past and with the museum. It's really, really inspiring to listen to you.
We organize a lot of, during every month, some events. So we call parents, we call local community, local press to take part, and to see what we have to do, having a museum in our school, because we have a museum in our school now.
Exactly, yeah, it's so nice. What is the youngest year of children that you are taking them to the museum?
Is 3.5 to 6.
3.5 already. Okay, all right. That's so nice. Yeah.
And the picture goes from a child 4.5.
Yeah.
The painting.
Yeah, the painting. Yeah. Wow.
And then also we can make, when you see a painting in the museum, then we can try to represent this in our school. What clothes we can use to make the same painting, how we can stand, how understand. So we make some. I have a lot of material, but it's not possible to
Of course,
to,
of course.
to do all this.
Yeah, but there will be more opportunities in the future, and it was really nice to hear this contribution. All right, we need to move on. I invite you now, Raluca. Welcome. Hello. Yeah, so now we will listen about the magazine, which was your project and still is. You started it, and we will hear all about the school magazine in Raluca school. Okay, do you need some help with screen sharing?
Yes. Yes, thank you.
So down below you have the button present, and you can share the screen.
I don't know.
Okay, then I can share your presentation.
Yes.
Just a moment.
Yes, it will be better if you can. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah, it will just take a little bit time to upload it, and then it will go. In the meanwhile, yeah, the link for the certificate is in the video description, and all the presentations are already in the Facebook group Pan-European Conference on Digital Education. All right, so here now we have the presentation, Schools Magazine.
Thank you very much. It is my honor to be here with you today. I chose my presentation, Schools Magazine, a laboratory of good practices. Yes. The idea of making a school magazine suddenly appeared to me as a necessity to highlight the main events that happen in our school, as well as the wonderful and original creation of children who are able to capitalize on their own work. I am certain that this opening word should be a much more rigid one, characterized by an official and ceremonial language, but I prefer to introduce you in a simple way and pleasant, an older desire now materialized in the interest of my little one readers. As I mentioned in the chosen title, I consider school magazines, of which I have been the coordinator for 6 years now, a laboratory of good practices and not a single example. In our magazines, children learn to express their talent, creativity, and imagination through various methods. We have literary creations, drawings, collages, on given themes, biographies, or favorite authors, making books covers, calligraphy, articles with current themes, projects, conceptual schemes, but also activities carried out on the occasion of various events. Next, please. Like I said, my name is Raluca Narcisa Covaci. I am a teacher at Anghel Saligny Banloc Middle School and Livezile Middle School, a rural area, Timiș County, Romania. I am involved in various projects in which I participate with my students with mind and soul, and which represent reasons of pride for me and the schools where I work. In addition to the two school magazines, Conde Banlogene and Pagini de Suflet, I am involved in various activities. I am involved in reading clubs, French language cycle, activities initiated on the occasion of the Francophonie Month, poetry recitation contest in Banates. All I can say is that I love children very much, and I love teaching also very much. And I can say that we love to write about autumn. It is such a beautiful season that has inspired many authors to create true literary masterpieces. We sincerely hope that you will love the literary creations made by us. Another example avec with literary creation about autumn. Yes, another example. And another example, we choose the most beautiful. We love also letters. Letters also fall into the category of literary creations. The most beautiful letters are those from the winter period, when we write to Santa Claus, and address him with our wishes. My children love very, very much this kind of creations. We have also drawings based on poems studied in class. We choose to present a drawing based on the poem Ballad of a Little Cricket by George Topărceanu. We have drawings made in modern applications such PixArt, Canva. My children use also Minecraft, and they love that. Thank you. In Romania, Dragobetele is the celebration of love. We choose to combine love with geography in original colleges, and they should also. We also love to make posters to promote certain concept, reading, theater, certain styles of music or clothing, gastronomy. This is a poster with reading, about reading. Conceptual themes put our imagination to work. We make such works based on words such as school, love, birds, springs. We can also publish logos in the school magazine. The desire to create a logo starting from an object or a character that we like a lot. Here we create some logos for our future restaurant, but also for a game we love very, very much. One of the favorite activities after reading a book is to create a book cover from our imagination. Here we did a cover for the book Warrior Cats. Still books covers, but made in modern application, Pixar, Canva, on use also Minecraft. Thank you. The geographically themed calligrams have been a great joy for us. Here we made calligrams on the theme or cornflower for geography, actually. We love Romanian authors from bottom of our hearts, and we often make their portraits for the school magazine. Here we made the portraits of Caragiale and Mihai Eminescu, two Romanian authors, love from my children's. An interesting biographical sheet about the life and work of Mircea Cărtărescu. An example of good practice that appears very often in the school magazine is the creation of articles based on topical themes, protecting the environment, dialogue with favorite characters, the importance of reading, articles based on images, and the others. Articles title, If I Were a Character, based on certain favorite characters like Spider-Man, Mowgli. My children love very much Spider-Man, and they wrote an article. Thank you. Sometimes we make articles based on famous paintings. Here we created a story based on the painting Woman with Umbrella by Claude Monet. We have some articles based on some images related to personal development, very, very important from my children's. There are many activities in our school. The picture taken also appeared in the school magazine. The attached image are based on the projects made on the occasion of the commemoration of the poet Mihai Eminescu, and we have many activities. And we have also some awards and honors. Second prize from Livezile Middle School 2018-2019, the county stage. Second prize, Livezile Middle School and Anghel Saligny Banloc Middle School, years 2021-2022, also the county stage. Here we have the laureate title, the country stage, school year 2021-2022. and mention for Anghel Saligny Middle School Banloc, and third prize Livezile Middle School, and 2022-2023. All these works represent the work of my students, so I am very, very proud of them. And I choose to end the presentation with a quote about how important it is to follow your dream. So Walt Disney said, "All your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them." And thank you very much.
It was such a beautiful conclusion of this presentation with the
Yes.
quote. I admire you because I know how much energy you need, because magazine is not one-time event, as you emphasized, but you have to produce them, and you already do it for 6 years. Oh my God.
Yes.
So how many times a year do you publish one magazine? Like one time per year or
two times?
Two times.
Two times for year, and we work maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks for one number, for make the graphic, for everything you need. That was for my children's. It was as if they were also present here today. And I know that that will be very, very happy.
Yes.
Because they are also very, very proud of their work.
Definitely, and you are a great motivator for leading them. Thank you for also for another presentation. So today we are very creative. All the presentations are somehow connected to art and visualization. And the next presentation will be by Danijela Šajtar. Hello once again. So now we are already in Christmas mood.
Yes,
it's
almost the last day of school. Tomorrow is the last day, and we have some Christmas presentations at school, and we are in Christmas mood as well. Everybody, teachers, students, everybody is in Christmas mood.
Yeah. So the floor is yours now. So Danijela's presentation is entitled "Shall We Play a Game?" Okay, so you can share your screen and start presenting. And since this is the last presentation, I would like to invite you, dear participants, all of you, to evaluate today's conference so that we know what do you value and what would you like to change for the upcoming conferences in next year. After Danijela starts her presentation, I will put the link for the evaluation in the comments, and we will be grateful for your feedback. Okay, Danijela, now here is your presentation.
Okay. I have to check, does everybody see?
Yes,
the presentation?
It goes normally.
So I can start. Thank you very much. The name of my presentation is, as you can see, Shall We Play a Game? And it's a K229 Erasmus project. I'm very proud of that project because it was great. We had a great coordinator from Poland who was e-twinning ambassador, and she took care about everything. I'm from a small town near Zagreb, from Croatia. The school's name is Primary School Čazma, and our students were involved in 2 projects. Today, I will talk about the project Shall We Play a Game, which was very, very educational project to all of the teachers and students in my school and in the other schools as well. So if you don't have experience in Erasmus projects, you have to know that before the mobility, you have to make the language preparation, where students will be connect with some expressions in the language that they are with the language of the country that they are going to visit. So they have to know how to say hello, goodbye, how does it cost, where is the train station or something like that. And they have to know the most important sites from the country that we are going to visit. These photos are from Croatia. We were the first hosts for that project, and in the team were the teachers from Turkey, Portugal, Croatia, Italy, and Poland. As you can see, it is very important, the visibility of the project. So we have this Erasmus logo everywhere and the logo of our project as well. And when you come to the country for your mobility, you have to do the Erasmus Corner to present the project to other students and teachers of the school. And these are some photos from our school. At the beginning, I will start with the final products of our project. Everything started with the ebook in Story Jumper, where we made books about our countries with important sites, important notes connected with the culture of our countries. And then we connected all of these books into one. And this book was the base for other activities that we do. The activities that students do are escape room, where we use the January for that, then Bluecat games and some other digital games where we use Kahoot, quizzes, and some other tools. Mostly you will see on the photos the relaxation photos, relaxation time, but we did a lot of workshops, and of course students like to present what did they see in the country they have visited. I will start with the Bluecat because I think that this is the tool that teachers don't know so much, because we mostly use Kahoot, and Bluecat is very similar to do and to use to Kahoot. There is not so much differences, but the most important difference is that you can choose the way of using the game for the students, so they can learn about some topic on different ways. Before using of every tool, we did tutorial for students and teachers how to use it, and then we use these tutorials to make the games. We put all of our games into the January, where you can, when you enter the January, you can use you can press the flag of the country, and then it will be the game will be shown to you. This is this is the game which is connected to Croatia. So we made 32 questions connected with our country, and students had to answer the questions connected with Croatia. They could find the answers in the book that I have mentioned, which was made in Story Jumper. Every country had these quizzes, so we have 5 quizzes with 32 questions. I have to go back. When you want to play Bluecat game, you can use, this is the first page of the Bluecat, and there are 2 options. It is the option join a game if you are a student and you want to play the game, or you have login or sign up buttons where you can create your own quiz. This is the presentation of Italian questions. I put Italians as well to see that everybody had the very similar questions. And this is the difference between Kahoot and Blue-Kit, because you can choose the way of playing the game. Nowadays, it's Santa's workshop, very popular among the students, but when we were playing the other way, so I have to say that those 32 questions is possible to play in different ways. So students like the most crypto hack, because you are after answer the questions, you earn some points. And who won the most points, of course, it is he or she is the winner. But the problem is that it's a crypto hack, and there is a possibility that you guess the password and the log name of the other users. And if you if you have the lucky guess and you guess this password, then you can win all the money that this person has at the moment. So it's about stealing as well, and they enjoyed it very much. They are so happy when they guess the password of other students. And as you can see, the entering to join the game is very similar as to Kahoot. You have to write the PIN, you have to put your name, and then you are in the game. The other tool that I would like to talk is Action Bound. I think that Action Bound is a tool which is not so familiar to other teachers and students, because it's not so easy to use, but it's not so difficult as well. Why? This is the tool that we have used for sightseeing around the city. So we didn't have the tourist tour around the cities. We had a learning tour around the cities. Teachers from the host country prepared the questions which were connected with the sites that we are going to visit, and then they put it. When they finished the Action Bound, they gave those questions to students. How? So for taking those questions, it's important to have internet connection, because students have to take to download the questions to their mobile phones. Host teachers prepared QR codes. Students come. If they had, of course, they had internet connection, they scan QR code and they download the questions. After that moment, they weren't in need to have internet connection, because they could play this game without internet, because they had the questions in their mobile phone. In Action Bound, of course, it's very important to answer the questions as fast as possible. Of course, it should be correct answer, and who is the smartest and the fastest will win the game. You should try to use Action Bound if you have a lot of tourists tour along your city, because it's very, very interesting, and it keeps students awakened during the tour. And the final product of our project is Border Breakers. This is the game which students invented. They invented a board game with 5 European countries. In this game, we put the questions from the quizzes that you have seen. They had time to play that game, and we are so proud of that project because of this game, because this is something unusual. This is not something that you can see every day. And now I will give you a short presentation of the game. I think that you will not be able to manage to understand the real how to play the game, but it's important to see the way how to play it. I know the video is very short, but I would like just to present the game.
Shall we play a game?
Yes, let's play.
Which game shall we play?
Let's play Border Breakers.
What is the symbol of Portugal? Rooster, fado, and flamenco.
That's incorrect. Symbols of Portugal are rooster, blue tiles, and sardines.
Ako želite, možete sad izaći van, ali polako.
Which pope was Polish? John Paul II.
That's correct.
Merry Christmas. Okay, so this was our game in which we are so proud of. I have to find my presentation now. Okay. Students were very happy with this game, and they were so proud to do it. Next final product is escape room. We use genuinely for that. You have 2 QR codes. I put the next one because I didn't know that. I don't know if it is. If there is enough space to use it, because some QR codes has only 100 possibilities to scan. So because of this, I put 2 of these codes. In escape room, there are questions connected with our countries as well, but they are different. They are not the same like they were in the quizzes. They are different, but connected with the famous sites of each country. You have to be very careful because there are 5 groups of questions, and after each country you get the number, which you have to, of course, remember, because at the final step of the game you have to put those numbers into the final key to escape the room. I put the link of Portugal mobility here because I can't play the game right now with you, but I think it's very important to see the mobility. I have chosen Portugal because this video is the shortest one. No, I have problem once again. I will take it here. was very interesting to the students because they were initially to try the taste of different in each mobility we did a lot of workshops, different kinds, because the title was playing games, so we played games in different ways. I'm somewhere at the end of this presentation, but each project has to have something visible, and our most important site is a website of our project, where we have some facts about the project, where you can find the activities, events, final results, dissemination, evaluation that we have done. So you can learn from this website a lot how to do a good project. So as you can see, each activity is put here. Of course, we had one of the activity was e-twinning, but we have a great problem with this e-twinning project because the platform was switching, it was changed, and we lost all of our activities. So we are so unhappy because of this. We are so sad, not unhappy. We are so sad because of this. And something what is very, very important for us is dissemination. This is Penzo Diary. We had Penzo Diary. It's a digital diary for every mobility from Croatia, where students put I have problem with Croatia. Let's try that one. Yes, it's better. So students put their thoughts, their photos from the country that we have visited. They put some activities. They put something they like the best in this mobility. So this is Cappadocia region, where we enjoyed very much. And I would like to show you Italian Penzo as well, because this was our last mobility, where students enjoyed very much. Students enjoyed each mobility, of course, but Italian mobility perhaps is the funniest to them because they had the possibility to introduce the old way of living. In Rome, they made pizza. Of course, they learned how to make pizza, and they visited different museums. They did different games, digital and sports activity. But this is the picture, the photo, which has not where you cannot see the real life, but this is the restaurant where we ate our food in Pompeii, and in that restaurant we got the dress to put on ourselves. We got these cups, jars, wine, and everything else, like we were in Pompeii in 79, in year 79, a few days before the eruption. And in this restaurant, we learned a lot about the way of living way of living of people who lived in old Pompeii region. So this is something very powerful to us, to students, and because of this, it was very, very enjoyable mobility to us. And at the end, we have something from Croatia. If you want to find out something more about our I'm trying to find where is this is the activity that I have now. So this is the end of my presentation.
Thank you very much, Danijela. Really, really, really good project and lots of creativity also in your activities in the classroom. So I guess I can conclude this conference with the red message, which was common today: creativity. And I think that now I'm ready for Christmas after all those 4 creative presentations, which were so nice. The next conference is in January, so 25th of January. I hope to see you there, to host you there. If you would like to apply as a presenter, please do so, and either write us an email or use the form on the internet and apply as a presenter. And you are, of course, also very welcome to come as a listener again. The certificate of attendance is possible to get. The link is in the video description. Also, in the comments, there is a link to evaluate the conference. Please do so and give us some creative ideas. How can we be better in next year? I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, Happy Holidays to everyone. So, bye-bye.